finish by 8. Thanks, Sean. Right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're going through our training manual, the new one. And Mandy did apologize. She can't make it tonight because of load shedding. So I'm going to be the one to do that. And I think we're going to kick off because we've got quite a full evening. So Jenny Holiday is going to tell us all about building a names list. I think we all need to start again. Do I agree? Does anyone agree with me?
Yes.
Charlie's just phoned us.
Everybody.
Yeah, hi. And Charlie's just phoned us and said, wouldn't 50,000 Rand be of help to you guys? So I'm giving you that challenge. Would 15,000 Rand a month change your circumstance at all?
Excellent. But you said 50,000.
Yeah, me too.
50,000.
But 15 is also okay.
Yeah, I can live on 50.
50,000. I think in this day and age, there's a lot of people out there who could really do with 50,000. And as we learned at our church this morning, the blessings that we get, we're not meant to keep it. We're meant to share our blessings. Yeah. So we ask the Lord for blessing, like Jabez's prayer. Bless thee, Lord, indeed. But it's not just for us, otherwise it's a selfish prayer, and he won't listen. So the prayer is, bless me, Lord, indeed, so that I may be a blessing to others. And you can't be a blessing to others in this day and age, unfortunately, with money. And you can with everything else, with time, with yourself, but a lot of people are battling. So we're starting again. And so we start right at the very beginning with Jenny Holiday telling us all about building a names list. And I do have my pen and I do have my book. So
good. Yes.
I'm very teachable.
You are teachable. Yes, to earn that 15 and 50,000, you need a names list because, as we've all learned before, but we do need reminding, and teachers love to repeat themselves, so it sinks in. Why a names list? And thank you to Sean for that wonderful talk you gave on the heart at the last ADT, because that heart is a muscle and it has to keep pumping for you to carry on building your names list. So the heart of the business is your names list. It's the life and blood of your business, the bone marrow. So I'll start off with the practical aspect, and if there's time, we'll cover the rest. So I'm following what Jenny Potter's always teaching, just do it. But do we do it? Have you done it? Charlie said we're going to start again, and Debbie said we're going to start again. So the practical aspect tonight is going to be to actually write down names. I'm going to do it alphabetically. We'll start with names. You write a few names at the top, and then you leave a big space. If there was time would allow, we do the whole thing. So 1, a 2, a 3, let's go. We'll start with the alphabet. All the people's names, we're doing names first, that start with A. Write them down. Anne, Anthony, Angus, please write down the names of the people that start with A. Debbie, you're not writing.
I'm waiting up. Is it starting with A for someone that I know?
Yes, of course. Go through all the names that you know with A, because somehow you think, oh, I didn't think of Anthony. So write down the names, and then we leave a space for when you have to do your homework, teachers giving you homework. So we won't have time to cover all the names with A. So all the names you can think of: Angus, Anthony, Angela.
Andrew.
And when you've done, yes, will you write them down, your names of people you know with A? I don't see too many people writing. And then also okay, you could have the surnames with A. Write them down. All the surnames. Then you leave a whole big space. Then we'll do B. Who do you know whose name starts with B? Brian, Bethany, Beverly, Beauty. This is our personal names list. Surnames with B. Besta.
Oh, Bennett.
And leave a big space because you're going to fill in later. C. Catherine, Candace, Cookie.
Yes, you can do Candace, Genesis.
Also
Oh, somebody timing. How's time? And then then you're going to do the surnames. And then I don't know about the time because Sean was keeping time. So now you know what to do. You go home and you'll go through all the alphabet with names and surnames. Right. Now go to another couple of pages because you're going to be full with all those names that you've got. Oh, I forgot about Jemima, whatever it is. So you go right up to Z. Okay. Now we're going to do names of places. Amersfoort with an A. Australia. All the names that begin with A of places. Adelaide. All the names with B, Bronkhorstspruit, Bethel, Benoni, Boksburg. Write them all down, leave a big space because you'll fill in later. Now you've left a big space for your homework. We do C, Cape Town, Cathcart, Crichton, Coxstate is okay, okay. So you write down all the names of places with a C. Canada. Then D, how are we for time? Okay, so when you've done all the names of places and names of names, then I'd like you to Google and you'll see how many occupations there are with A, B, right up to Z. Archaeologist and exactly artist. And then you can go right up through the alphabet like that. So now you're going to go home. Well, I mean, you're going to do it at home, you are home. You're going to do all the names of people's names and surnames, and you're going to do names of places. And then you're going to, in your own time, Google occupations. And you might just find somebody, oh, I didn't think of that dentist or whatever. Then what you're going to do is association. All the fat people you know, all the skinny people you know, people who wear glasses, people who have freckles, somebody with a mole on their face. Let's keep to the notes, shall we? Right. Okay. So people who have heartburn, people who are very stressed. Who do you know that's tired? Who suffers from insomnia? Who is a widow? Who likes to dance? Who plays tennis or golf? Who's got mouth sores? Who gets muscle cramps? Who is very shy? Who is outgoing? The Georgina Jabberjaws or Rentamouth. Those are the people we need. Who is bashful? Who has a bubbly personality? I nearly say bubbling, but it's bubbly personality. Who can't swim? Who's very clever? Don't want stupid people. Won't go down that road. Please tell me how my time is going. Who has ready? Finished. Okay, so now we finished. 1 minute. Okay, so now the last minute. Don't forget to get out the front door. Don't forget, I know you've got business cards. I know you've got a cell phone, but that little pocketbook is very important to write down the details of the person you've just met. So when you phone them again, you can say, Susan, it was so lovely to meet you. I am so eager to know how your daughter did in the ballet exam. And that's a lot and all I've got for tonight because time has run out. Thank you.
Well done.
Go home and do your homework. Go home and do your homework. As Jenny says, just build that name.
Just do it.
Exactly.
Well done, Jen.
Well done, Jenny. That was very good. Very good. Okay, now we're going to testimonies. Any testimonies for the week? I need 3.
Well, my neighbors are coming upstairs in a moment, and I'm hoping they're going to sign because they're very tired. She's doing her PhD. She's got 80 children in her class. She's head of department. She's got 3 kids. One's going to Kersney, one's going to St. Michael's, and she is hectic. She carries a book around and her to-do list in this book, and she ticks, tick, ticks. So I said, that's the person for the business. She's coming up just now because she's tired, and I'm going to show her which option she can choose because she won't sign up. But they're both tired.
We had, you know what, I'm going to share John's testimony here. One of the customers that we gave aloe vera and acidophilus to last week with the Pro Vitality, he gives John a message saying, can acidophilus give him the runs? Now, I happen to have seen he had a picture on Facebook with him and friends eating huge big lobsters and chips and a milkshake with cream on the top. So I told John, so John sent a message back to him and said, maybe have you eaten any shellfish lately? Because acidophilus won't give you the runs, but if you're not eating properly, you will have the runs. So it was very, yeah, you've got to have your finger on the pulse. So Facebook does help sometimes. I must admit, those fish, and I don't eat shellfish at all, but they look delicious.
Acidophilus will stop the runs.
Yes. Yeah. Any other testimony?
Well, I've got a customer who swears by the botanical balance because it stabilizes her husband's blood sugar levels, and he doesn't have to take his medication quite as often. Because of it.
Fantastic. Okay. You got one?
Yeah.
We'll come back to you, can we?
Okay.
Yeah, one of John's customers has just come back to him. Can you believe I'm going to do recognition now? And you won't believe who is heading the top of the list as far as distributors are concerned. And that's you, Jenny Potter. She's got over 1,000 PV. Well done, Jen. And our leading director is Sean. Well done, Sean. Hey, we're on a roll.
I haven't even checked recently.
No,
Too many other things
fantastic.
happening.
No, so that's good. When you've got a downline, we all need a downline like Jenny Potter. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for another Jenny Potter.
I need about 10 more of them.
Yeah, for sure. So Louis, I think we all do. We would all like to have another Jenny Potter. Yeah. So that's good. John, have you got it?
I've got one. Dawn's got a parcel.
Okay. Oh, yay. At last. You know our lady from Zimbabwe? I think it was August last year. We sent her products to her and it stuck at the border post. She eventually got them. So I don't advise sending product over the borders, not to places like Zimbabwe and Zambia and all those. Really, if our downline wasn't strong, we would have had to buy those products back, and we would have bought them back. But it was a big order, so yeah. So she's a strong lady, so it was good. I'm glad she's got her order.
Just give it.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing on my list was future events. Now next week, Sean is on his way to Stutterheim, so we must all pray that he has a safe trip there and back, and that everything goes okay and according to plan next week, and that the Lord be with Jenny and the family for next week. Okay, but we are going to carry on. So on Wednesday, Tuesday we won't worry because that's specialized. That's specialized by Sean. So there'll be no meeting on Monday, no meeting on Tuesday, but on Wednesday for our motivational talk, well, Sean's motivational talk, what I've done is I've sent out a talk by Rory Dyer. I'd like everybody to just listen to it and then come back with feedback. That's all we're going to do is feedback on Rory Dyer. There's a lot in that one video, a hang of a lot. And I know what we got, and I will share when that happens. But just to share one or two things from that video. And then the next thing on our list is leading by example. Now, when I've got leading by example, I didn't ask anyone to do it, did I? Just before I stand on anyone's toes. So I'd like you all just to give us one thing that you think leading by example. What should you be doing to lead by example? Okay.
Going to events.
Sorry, Jeannie?
Going to events. You can't tell us to go to events if you don't go.
That's right. And are they important?
Very.
Okay, good.
And I'm
good.
sad I missed mine yesterday.
Yeah, shame. It's understandable. Life hits us, eh? Right. Ansi, what's important to lead by example?
Do. You don't just show, you must do. And if you don't do, they won't follow you.
Yeah.
As they say, you're a leader by how many people are following you. So if you do a half job, you will get nowhere and you won't be able to build your business.
Yeah. Jenny Holiday?
You actually have to do those 3 steps. It's imperative. You use the product, you have to share the opportunity, and then you share, but use the product, share the opportunity, and share the business. You have to do those 3 basics. And if you don't do the basics yourself, people come into your home and you're using, I don't even know names of products anymore, but say you got Handy Andy there. That's not what's going to happen to your business. It will not grow. So lead by example, definitely have to do the 3 steps.
Yeah.
Sharing opportunity, sharing the products, and using. Number 1, use. Business of integrity. You can't pass the business on unless you've used them yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Barry and Liz?
I was going to mention what Jenny Holiday said. Basically, it's the three use, show the opportunity, and share the business. You've got to.
Yeah.
You don't do that, you're not going to get it.
Right. Also, personal development. You know, you've got to get to director here before it'll happen. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Or you will get there, but you'll fall back because you haven't caught up with yourself. So Charlie's always said that. He's given us a challenge to get to 2 Ruby by the end of the year. Okay, Charlie. All right. So, yeah. So we're giving Sean the challenge to get to Sapphire by the end of the year. We're giving Jenny Holiday. Come on, Jen, you've been there a long time now. Come on, let's go. And Barry and Liz, get back to your fully qualified senior manager and get up to that executive manager. You've been there before, you can do it again. Same with Ansi. Same with Dominique. So, yeah. Okay, and Jenny Potter, we want you to get to Emerald Director, which you will have to do to help Sean. So, yeah, that's great. Okay, that's leading by example.
Debbie, can I say something quickly?
Yes. Oh, sorry, Dom. I saw you there, but I saw that you weren't talking. So, yes, please.
Sorry. Yeah, no. Sorry. Can you see me there? That light looks quite bad. Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, you know, Jenny talks about. I was just going to say about the products and whatever. Like you're still leading by examples. Not only do you have people like, you know, you see handy and household products in the house is one thing. I noticed some people like they're not well. For us, we reach out to what do we need to do? I mean, now everybody phones Sean, what do we do about this one and whatever, and we use our products. You look into your own thing. I know some people who are doing this, and like people kind of like they go to the doctor and they check with the doctor this and they do that and whatever. I mean, what's the point? You're taking medicine when you got your own, which is better and more natural and all that kind of thing and better for your health. And people need to know that once you're in there, look into your natural products before you go somewhere else. You know, I mean, the doctor is going to give you chemical stuff. You know, we've got better stuff than this. So people need to wake up. If you get into a business that does natural stuff and health products, your health products before looking at the doctor's stuff. You know, it's absolute rubbish what he's going to give you. You know, people need to see the difference. So yeah, anyway, that was my 2 cents. Because I mean, household products, it's one thing, but you go there and you get this, you got this medicine on the cupboard and this other thing. And somebody else here who said, somebody who's connected to me and said, oh, I was going to get this. And then I thought, well, oh, what am I done now? She orders things on and off and whatever. And I think, but gets a bit lazy about stuff. And then she says, yeah, oh yeah, well, I've had this and whatever. And I thought, well, yeah, well, I'll sort of talk to you. I should get from Near Life instead. And I'm thinking, so you should be her first call. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, going to the doctor first and that kind of thing. Unless you need to. I mean, there are times where you need to and the doctor is better, you know. But otherwise, people should look at their line of health products before looking at medicine that the doctor can give them. That's my point of view. Anyway.
Yeah. No, that's right. Right. Okay, good. There was one testimony. Oh, yes, I've got I've got a product testimony. I think we've got time. Product testimony. I decided because it's been raining so much, we have got weeds coming out of our ears. The garden, we notice a weed from the one end when it starts up again at the other end. So I've really had to get into it, and our gardener I can't reach him. I don't know where he is. So I decided to get stuck in. Now we've got somebody else who's doing their own garden and a lot of weeding, and they've got a huge garden. And on Sundays, she is always half crippled. She's bent over, she's got backache, she's got leg ache, she's got calf ache. Well, today I am absolutely 100% fine. And I promise you, when I say, I wish I could show you the amount of stuff. There was about 3 or 4 black bags full of weeds and stuff that I took out of the garden. And you know what I did? When I finished, I went in and I took 4 multi-mineral. I took 4 multi-mineral and I'm fine. So, yeah, we've got fantastic products. We have. Another thing as well.
How many multi?
I took
Sorry,
4.
carry on, Debbie.
Yeah.
How many can we take per day? How many can we take per day?
Well, I just took 4 because I had
Normally.
a challenge. Yeah. I think it says 2, but
1 to
No,
2
but
a day.
my point is how. Yeah, but what you take 4? How? What is the kind of option like this where we could take a bit more, like with when you got sore like muscles and that sort of thing? What?
Yes,
yeah,
you
it was
can.
only
Yeah,
1 off.
yeah, you
Was
can
it one
increase
or
when
one
you
week?
need to.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay,
take
all right.
every day.
Just checking.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
so I
Dominique,
Just checking.
yeah.
Dominique,
And
in
Sorry,
the
what?
downline, you can take the whole bottle.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one, Jen. Good try.
And then Charlie phoned again and he said, exercise. The older we are, the more we have to exercise. And he challenged us while we were talking on the phone. He says, stand on your right foot and lift your left one and see how long you can hold it. Then stand on your other one, lift it, see how you can hold it. Because Don Lawson says, as you get older, your one side of your brain is working and developing more than the other side of your brain. So to get them to work together, you need to do that. And he said, you're not going to do it immediately, but work up to at least 1 minute on one leg and 1 minute on the other leg. So I'm challenging you guys to do that as well. So, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to hand over to Sean because we're going to have to exit out. Sean, if we can have you do the close, please. And please
Not a problem.
excuse John and I in a few minutes because we must log off. I don't like the load shedding to log us off. I like to log off. Okay,
Yeah, you're
good.
going to be going
Thanks,
out in a
Sean.
minute. Yeah, I'll see you next week.
Super.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've learned a lot tonight, and now we need to put it into action. And I know I'm guilty of this. I know huge amounts of theory, but I don't always put it into action. And I've been listening to more interviews with more network marketers all over the place. And every single one will tell you pretty much the same thing. I don't think any of them speak to each other beforehand. I don't even know if any of them have listened to the same recordings again. But every single one says, you decide and you do. If you don't decide, you're not going to do. Because if you do the action without a plan and you don't have a goal in sight, it's not going to happen. And the other thing is consistency. You have to do something in your business every single day. You have to show up. And I've learned that from LinkedIn. I have to show up every single day, whether it's commenting, whether it's just commenting on a few different people's posts, whether it's sharing a post, or whether it's putting in literally 5 lines. You have to show up every day or people will forget you. Back early in my career in the medical field, when we used to go out and see doctors originally, when establishing a practice, it was sort of a joking fact that doctors have a 6-week memory. If you don't see them every 6 weeks, they forget you exist. Well, I think it's not just doctors, and people actually have about a 6-hour memory. If they don't see you regularly, and more importantly, they are watching every one of us. I have comments almost every single day about, wow, you've got so much energy. Wow, you look so young. Yes, I'm using my products. Are people commenting on you? And Debbie, I know you'll watch this afterwards. Yes, I can stand on one foot. I'll give you another challenge. Do a stretch on the other leg, because that's what we do when we warm up before a run, and also when warming down after a run. You're standing on your left foot, you take your right foot and you pull it up and you stretch it. You stretch your quadriceps. You're amazed at the difference it makes in your balance and your energy levels. So we've got a few minutes, and I'm going to stop recording as soon as I'm done over here. But we've got a new week ahead of us. And I know some of us have got a bit of a challenge ahead this week, and it's going to be not an easy week, but we need to be aware of people around us, aware of the needs. People are crying out for help daily, whether it's financial, whether it's energy, whether it's something else. We have the best products available. We have the solution to health issues. We have the solution to financial issues. We just have to educate people that this is not a thing. It's not a scam. It's not just one of those things. It is a business that requires effort and requires work. Our job is to help them and to show them. We can't do that if we are not doing it ourselves. We cannot help anybody else unless we are helping ourselves. And we've heard about leadership tonight. We are the leaders. We need to be the leaders by example. So look at your action. Look at your daily action that you're doing. Are you talking to people? Are you sharing the products? Are you using your products? If you are falling down on any one of those daily methods of operation, make a plan to overcome it and to get back up. Yes, business goes up and down. But this year, we need to change things. There's been a huge shift in the market. People are looking to work remotely. They're looking to work from home. And whether they've been forced into doing that or whether they're doing it by choice, they're looking to get away from the 9 to 5. I was chatting to a young friend today who last year, I was very impressed with her. She quit her job and they started touring. She had no plan at the time. She was running away from life, but she's overcome all of that now. And I'm still going to get her into the business. But she says, her comment to me was, I will never go back to a job. So people are looking, they're wanting quality time, they're wanting quality family life. We have the solution to that. Yes, a lot of people are confused about what they want because they're wanting the family time, they're wanting the quality time with their kids, but they don't want to do network marketing. We need to educate them that might not be the best thing out, but it is a better solution. And if they want that quality time, they need to learn and listen to what we have to offer. And we must not be shy to offer it and then help them until they get their feet. Just like you've all helped your children learn to ride a bicycle, you held them and then let them go. We need to do the same in this business. So I'm going to stop recording now.